since the history of music, whatever version of the algorithm was at that time, 50 years ago, it wasn't an algorithm on the internet, but it was the algorithm of what radio was playing, what was getting on the Ed Sullivan Show, what was touring across the country. That was their version of an algorithm. And I keep getting email after email from you artists who want to rail against algorithms. Look, would I be in favor if governments across the world outlawed algorithms altogether? Yes. Is it going to happen? Not likely. So once again, just like the Spotify argument, do we sit here and complain and let that be our focus and put all of our energy in complaining about the algorithm, or do we try to manipulate it? Do we try to win at it? It's up to you. He says, and then some people are even saying that expecting one upload to crack the world is ridiculous. Yeah, you're going to throw one song out there and hope that all your dreams come true? It's not going to happen. That's ridiculous. I'm going to post one video to YouTube, and if I don't get Mr. Beast level, I'm out of here. Who would you do that with anything in life? If you start dieting, if I don't lose 20 pounds in one day, I'm going to quit dieting. I go to the gym. If I can't bench press 300 pounds the first day, I'm not going to do it. Why are there different rules for the music industry then? I'm going to go on one date, and if I don't meet the love of my life, I'm not going to look for it anymore. Where would you do that? Where would you apply this one or nothing rule for anything else in your life? But see, most people in the arts, the lazy ones, the 81%, we'll call it, they're like, well, I tried everything. I released one song. It didn't, I sent out a post on Instagram. Nobody clicked it. I released one song. It didn't work. I did one show. It didn't sell out. Where else would you do this at in life? He says, and some people are even saying that expecting one upload to crack the world is ridiculous, that you actually build fans city by city, show by show, and that the current narrative selling global success off one upload is completely misleading. It is. If you are an independent artist, you are up and coming, and you don't have the machine, and you're not an industry plant, you're not going to pop after one song. You're not going to be an arena artist after one single if you don't have a team behind you. You know how, incredibly lucky, you would have to have everything going right, and it just doesn't work that way. There's too much competition out there. Working with algorithms, getting listeners' attention, it's a constant grind day in and day out. It's posting when nobody viewed it. And then the next day you post and you got 2 people that view it. That's traction. He says, I see this everywhere and it's starting to make me really skeptical of what working smart actually means anymore. I pour time into my music, writing, recording, posting, networking, but it feels like the only people who actually see it are other artists. Okay. Well, that's a good start, don't you think? Because don't other artists have connections? Don't other artists have shows? Don't other artists have fan bases that you could collaborate with? Who are you looking to impress on your first post? He says, people online talk about hitting playlists, but there are whole threads about how Song Trust owes artists money. I don't talk about playlists. I actually tell you not to. And I personally, my personal opinion, don't take this as the gospel, do your own research. I wouldn't trust Song Trust as far as you could throw it. He says other emails say how distributors don't even respond. No, you're going to go to TuneCore, DistroKid, all that. You're not going to get customer service. If one of these guys actually started a distribution company devoted to customer service of the artists, it would win. But the problem is that artists, most times, 98% of the artists are fine. The 2% screw it up for everybody else. And so these distribution companies, they take your money, they do put your music out there, and that's where the relationship ends until it's time for you to renew your yearly subscription with them. He says how you can't reach real support from these distributors if your royalties don't show up. Yeah, that's a problem. And that's one of those things I talk about when it comes to if somebody would create a TuneCore, DistroKid, CD Baby competitor and make it about the best customer service possible, they'd clean up in a heartbeat. But they don't want to do it because what the problem is that you as a company would have to devote time to somebody who's made you 3 cents. And so instead of them picking winners and losers, they go the free route. It's just what they do. Is it fair? No, it's just what they do. None of that sounds like business fundamentals. It sounds like a system where the artist does all the work and everyone else takes a slice while the audience stays invisible.